Are they bulbs? Like Christmas bulbs? Or?
Yeah, they are. I think they
Nice.
are.
Yeah.
Okay, let us begin our share yoga class, and we can.
There's everybody. We're here.
Yeah, well, we're in a slightly different room, so sometimes that is,
That's right.
a new thing for people to get used to. And so welcome, it's Monday, and hi there. And
It is Monday.
yes, and so today we're going to practice our Abhyaṅga, or our massage, self-massage part of the joints and glands. So hello, subscribers. So let us begin as Swami Rama, the grand teacher in our tradition, oftentimes began a session by reminding us to sit as tall as we can, with our head, neck, and trunk as straight as possible, but without exceeding our capacity. Breathing normal and naturally, letting the breath flow smoothly through the nostrils, and coming into that awareness, that wisdom that is the wisdom of the body. In other words, the feeling sense of the breath moving in the body, the light that is in the breath, filling every cell of this physical body. This Śarīra. And so we refer to this as the body awareness, or the body wisdom, the Śarīra Prajñā. And I always begin each class with an invocation that Swami Rama taught us. An invocation to the source of all wisdom, in the bodiless realm of light, something called the golden womb, the Kāraṇa garbha. Hiranya garbha tarapta Shavyasa Nimadhyama Swami Śarīra Prajñā Vande Guru Parampara. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And continuing to breathe the light that is in the breath naturally and normally. Let us flow with the breath into the first of the self-massage practices for today, the Śarīra Prajñā, Abhyaṅga practices of the joints and glands. So I invite you to take your glasses off if you have glasses, and simply set them close in a pocket or in your lap. And bring your awareness to the base of your thumbs and raise these to the center of your forehead, where your nose bridge joins your forehead, and smooth across your forehead with the base of your thumbs, and make a circle at your temples. Again, come to the middle of the forehead with your base of your thumbs and smooth across the forehead. Again, with the base of your thumbs, and make a circle at the temple. Next, come to this center of your forehead for a third time, where the forehead joins the hairline, and smooth across the dome of the forehead with the base of the thumbs, and make a circle at your temples. And at any point, you can lower your arms. This would be a good moment to lower the arms. Let the arms dangle beside your chair. Continue to breathe naturally, feeling the light that's in the breath, filling your body. Next, we make a window with the thumbs and the index fingers and bring this to the eyebrow ridge where the nose joins the eyebrow, and massage the eyebrows with the thumb and the index fingers, working your way across the top of the eye socket to either side. And when you reach your temples, make a nice circle there at the temples with your fingertips. Begin again where the nose bridge joins the eyebrows, and massage the upper rim of the eye socket, feeling the structure of the skull, remembering there are sinuses in this bones. Working your way across each eye to your temples, make a circle there. And be sure to lower your arms at any point if you just need to rest. We do these massages 3 times each. You could do them more if you liked, but 3 is a good number to work with. And explore what you're feeling with your fingertips as you make these massages. You end up at your temples, making some circles there. And if you haven't already, go ahead, lower your arms, let them dangle, and breathe. Now we come to exercise number 3, where we use the index fingers. Raise your index fingers, bring them alongside the nose, right where the eye sockets, lower eye sockets begin, right alongside the nose there, and gently press on the lower rim of the eye socket next to the nose, without pressing on the eyes. Simply press on that lower rim with your index fingers and release. Press and release, and move a little bit each time, working your way down and under each eye along the lower rim of your eye socket to the sides of your face, the sides of the eye socket. And when you get to your temples, go ahead, make another circle there at your temples and your fingertips. And then do that again, starting right next to the nose with your index fingers, pressing on the rim of the lower eye there, the lower eye socket. And you can feel that the bone here is a slightly sharper feel to it on the lower rim of the eye socket compared to your eyebrows. And you work your way along to the edges of your eye sockets. Now you make a circle with your fingertips at your temples, on the temporalis muscle, the side of your head there. And be sure to lower your arms at any point, and then join us again. We do it a third time, starting right next to the nose, using the index fingers to press on the lower rim of the eye socket and release. We press and release, and we work our way down and under each eyeball, just pressing on the lower rim of the eye socket, getting into the sinus area there, and working our way to the sides of the eye socket, the temples. And we make a circle there with our fingertips on that big flat muscle on the side of our head. And again, if you haven't already, go ahead, lower your arms, just let them dangle. Breathe naturally. Again, notice what's happening with your breath and the feeling of the breath in the body. The wisdom that comes with each breath. The knowledge of how your body is able to receive the breath and give up the breath today it's like a barometer for the internal weather conditions in your body, mind, in your Śarīra. You can tell a lot just by observing how your breath flows. Okay, now we begin exercise number 4, and again we bring awareness to the base of the thumbs. Raise these alongside your nose so that you can use them to mush your nostrils together a little bit, and then use the base of the thumbs to massage the muscles of the cheeks, down and under each cheekbone, and then up towards the ears. Do that again. Start right next to the nose and kind of mush the nostrils together there a little bit. Then massage the cheek muscles. Work your way down under the cheekbones and up towards the ears. And again, a third time. And be sure to rest whenever you need to. This can be done with one arm and then the other, both arms at the same time, or with big pauses in between. So it's very therapeutic. So a little bit goes a long way. Okay, after 3 times, go ahead and lower your arms and let them rest for a moment. Breathe. And if you're a person who wears glasses, now you could put your glasses back on because we've finished that part of the face. So take a moment to put your glasses on. And now we continue with exercise 5 of the Abhyaṅga series. So we use the fingertips to massage the upper lip. So just below the nostrils, massage the muscles of your upper lip. Feel through the lip so you can feel your teeth and where they go into the gums, and massage the gum tissues. You're massaging through the skin of your face, of course, but you're working your way along the line of teeth back towards that vertical band of muscle that is the muscle which you use to smile with. So you can kind of use your fingertips to massage that muscle, kind of pull it back a little bit. Move your fingertips over that muscle several times. Open your jaw. Kind of move your head a little from side to side. And let the jaw work, just so you can feel the mechanism of your jaw today. Feel if there's any swelling of tissues in that area. Just bring good circulation. You'll notice you're producing more saliva through this massage. And then either rest or continue with me to the lower jaw, taking your thumbs to the tip of your chin, underneath your chin, and use your fingertips to massage your lower jaw now. So your thumb is underneath the edge of the jaw at the chin there, and your fingertips are massaging the muscles of your lower jaw and also working through the skin to feel where the teeth go into the gums, and you work your way along the lower jaw and the line of teeth back towards the angle of your jaw. That's like the corner of your jaw back by your neck there. And massage onto your neck, and again notice if you've got any glands that seem to be a little swollen, maybe a little tender. Just gently move the head from side to side, massage a little bit of the neck. You can even get up now behind your ears and onto the base of your skull just a bit with your fingers. Your breath is flowing naturally and smoothly. And now you may lower your arms if you like and let them dangle. And we just finished 5 massage practices, part of the Śarīra Prajñā, or the body wisdom, part of the Abhyaṅga and joints and glands. And so now we are going to practice Simhasana, the lion pose. And we always do this to stimulate our digestion and saliva, move things through. It's a remark, a comment on the importance of good digestion, assimilation and elimination, those 2 things. So let us open our mouths as wide as we can, stick the tip of the tongue out, and open the eyes, look up through the tops of the eye sockets. And relax everything. And remember, you can also feel like you're drawing the skin back on your face, drawing your ears back towards your tail. And we always energize our palms and our fingers on our knees, and we energize our feet, the soles of our feet, spread our toes. Our palms draw the heart forward a little. We're sort of beginning to fold forward just a bit at the hips, sending our tail down behind us. And in this version of the lion pose, we open our mouth, stick out our tongue, open our eyes wide, and at the top of our inhalation, we exhale rapidly and pitch forward. And then you relax your head, your face, relax everything. And on an inhalation, use your hands on your knees, in your feet, your legs. Come up very slowly, just filling your body with the light of the breath in the inhalation so that there's no disequilibrium. Good. And now a counter pose to this dilation is contraction. So first, just notice you probably do have a little extra saliva in your mouth from that, so that's good. We hold our hands as though we're holding soup bowls. Shoulders are relaxed, elbows relaxed and dangling. And then you wrap your little finger in, your ring finger, second finger, first finger, and thumb, and you make a nice fist there. Hold that, tighten your wrist, your lower arms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders. Squinch your face towards your nose. Squinch up your eyes, your lips, and your nose. Everything's squinching. Squinch your heart region, your abdomen, navel, buttocks, upper legs, knees, lower legs, heels, toes. Squinch your toes. Make everything into as tight a piece of iron as you can while you continue to breathe. And then relax everything. Let it all go. Let your arms hang. Notice where your breath is. Let the breath flow. Notice sometimes when you tense up like that, you can really notice a change and a shift in your heart rate. Heart rate variability, or HRV. And that's a good thing. We want to give our heart some cardiovascular work. So, good. Okay, now let us continue with our Abhyaṅga. We make friction, heat, tapas. It's called tapas. And by rubbing the hands and the palms together vigorously, and as vigorously as you can muster the heat today, and really go, 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 just like you were gonna create blisters on your hands. Just go, 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 go a little bit more. Keep breathing. Go, go, go. Good. You got a lot of heat in those hands. They're really warming up. And then bring that heat to the back of your head, your neck region. Let it soak in and nourish the back of the skull, the muscles of the neck. You can let your head fold forward as you massage the muscles of your neck. Let your head tilt over to one side and the other. And work down the sides of your neck with the broad surfaces of your hands. And eventually, you can massage the region between your head and your shoulder. You can get into your shoulder blade area, almost wrap your hand around like you were reaching for that hard to find spot. Do both sides and enjoy noticing areas of tension, maybe trigger points, tender spots, the bony structures themselves. Now let's massage the collarbone area just a little bit before we move out of this region. So remember, the collarbone attaches to the shoulder blade in an interesting little feature here, just inside the shoulder joint on the front of your body. There's kind of you can feel it, it's about the size of your thumb, little protuberance of bone. It's on both sides. And that is good to massage because it's a joint. And all of the joints have connective tissue around them, ligaments and tendons, and the health of the joint is going to be increased by warming up the circulation in that area through massage, which is why we do this. So after you've worked on that feature, then make sure to work on the shoulder joint itself. You really want to feel the muscle there, feel the bones through the muscle. You know, sometimes you can feel the tendinous nature of the muscles and the bellies of the muscles and the valleys between them. And so, you know, stick your fingers in there and go back and forth across them. It's a little bit stringy, a little sinewy. Maybe those are the words to describe these areas. You gradually work down into the upper arms and squeeze the muscles to the bone and move those muscles around the bone. Give them a gentle twist. Squeeze, move, both sides. And you're working down to the elbows. And at the elbows, again, these are part of the chakra system, the energetic vortexes of where energy really can get like a turbine. You know, imagine the flow of water over a dam and it goes into a turbine and it can generate tremendous energy. Well, the energy flowing through your body, when it gets to these joints, you know, can either create problems or it can be very powerful and, you know, be positive. So we massage these areas deliberately to bring our awareness into them, to increase the circulation in them, and to connect the dots. It's really like we're connecting the dots with our awareness.
You probably don't need that.
Yeah, is it a little too loud for you, Millie? Okay, like this.
You don't need it.
Yeah, I'll try like this. Okay, so continue to work into the upper arms here, in the muscles here. You want to, again, notice the tendinous nature and just simply go back and forth across those muscles there. Work into the belly of the forearm, noticing the spongy nature of those areas. And again, work into the upper surfaces of the forearms. Remember, there's two bones here, and you want to squeeze them together and give a gentle traction with your other arm. So you just gentle within your capacity. Be sure to do both sides. And sometimes you discover aspects that are troubling, soft spots or tender spots. Okay, once we get to the wrists, we are going to remember that there are 8 bones in the wrists, and each of those 8 bones, the carpal bones, feel very much like little pebbles or gravel. So right here, right at the end of your radius and your ulna, before you get to the metacarpal bones, those long bones that are the finger bones, make up the surface of your hand, there's 8 bones right in this area. So see if you can kind of feel them. They feel a little nodular. So use your fingertips to walk over them. It's a little tricky to feel them on the underside because, of course, there's a tunnel here, and all of the tendons and arteries and veins have to go through that tunnel. That's where they call the carpal tunnel, so that can become inflamed. And so this would be really great therapy for anybody that was, suffering from inflammation of that area. Usually that's what carpal tunnel syndrome is like a overuse of it, and it becomes kind of it's kind of a problem of dehydration as well. Tissues get dry, and then they don't move so easily. So once you've done your carpal bones, in other words, your wrist bones, make sure to massage the hands. And we've talked about this before, how the hands really are the greatest receptors for this kind of massage, because they have so many sensory neurons that a little bit of massage really goes a long way towards feeling better. So, if you're kind of feeling blue in the morning or feeling a little energy zap, it's surprising. We're not taught to do this kind of thing. Like when you're, as a child, probably just because, our parents weren't taught this either. We're so busy. But this idea of like imagine telling a child, just massage your hands, or here, let me massage your hands. But then you think about it, and you remember times that you've been able to do that for someone, someone laying in bed, not feeling very well, and you came up and you just took their hand and held it maybe, or gave it a gentle massage, and it really, really, really is very, very soothing. So massage your hands and really enjoy that feeling of that massage. Maybe milk each finger, pull the tips of your fingers like you were maybe taking off gloves, and once you've done each hand as much as you like, then we sweep the limb with one hand from the tips of the finger past the wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder joint onto the torso. And we want to take a different route each time, just really pressing into the surfaces of the skin several times. and we're going against the grain. We're helping the lymph to move in this direction. And we do it on the other side. I like to kind of hold my arms up towards the ceiling as much as possible, just to really help counter the effects of gravity, taking things down towards my tips of my fingers. So, okay, good. All right, so we can let the arms rest for a moment, either on your lap or dangling beside you, sitting tall and coming into that flow, the natural flow of the breath in the nostrils. And let us now work a little on our sternum. And so we'll tap the sternum with our fingertips. And remember, the sternum is a site of red blood cell production. And also the thymus gland lies just underneath the sternum. Is an important part of your endocrine system or your immune system. So we really let this tapping be a therapeutic drumming. Remember that drumming is also like a very old sacred way of connecting with our origins.
Indians.
Yeah, the rhythm of time.
Indians drum.
Yeah, it would be really interesting to actually not only do this tapping, but to do it in different types of rhythms. All right, and then we transition into using a light fist to pummel the lower border of the rib and the sides of the rib. You can lean over so that you access and open up the sides of the ribs. Lean forward just a little bit so you can tap as far as you can reach back there towards your kidney region and down onto the lower spine, down to the sacrum, come around onto the hips, the flanks, and see if you can figure out how to transition from whatever side you're on to the other side. And again, remembering to open up the rib cage by leaning over. You might be a little ticklish there.
We have our ladies here.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah, okay. Right, so the lower border of the rib cage and then the side. You can go around to the side. And then onto the back towards your kidneys back there. And down your lumbar spine to the sacrum, and the hip joints and the flanks. Awesome, great. Okay, and then let's just move right into that right leg. Do the massage from the knee towards the hip joint on the right side, pummeling the thigh muscles, sides of the thigh, and you can even get underneath to the hamstring, working from the back of the knee joint back towards the buttocks and the chair, and then transition to a karate chopping type of massage. And see if you can move your karate chops as fast as you can. Kind of like that thing we do with our foot, where we just see how fast we can move it. And again, you can do the karate chops also to the hamstring area with the top edges of your hand. And then a little bit of the smarting action of the flat surfaces of your hands. Just to give a little pizzazz to those neurons. Good. That should really relax that area quite nicely and get it feeling pretty alive. And then, of course, we work on the knee joint. I like to take the skin above the knee joint and kind of move it over the knee joint as much as I can, and then massage the sides of the kneecap, the top of the leg joints, the back side of the knee. And we've lately gotten into doing this thing where we actually use the elbow on top. You can use your head and just simply kind of give a little added pressure there And this is just between your kneecap and your actual thigh muscle. So you're kind of on that.
Ticklish.
It ticklish, yeah. Yeah, like if somebody else did this. Yeah, there's some really tender spots there, some, trigger points. So again, our bodies have these amazing zones to them. Very funny parts, and okay, so when you've done that as much as you want, we momentarily sit tall, just to lengthen the spine. You can use the inhalation, the light of that breath to really kind of lift you and expand you. And then you take a bit of a twist towards that right leg, so you can fold forward from the hips, laying your right abdomen down on that thigh, so you can reach as far down your leg. Maybe you get to your toes, the top of your foot maybe, or the ankle, or the thigh, or the shin, wherever you get to. And then start to palpate, feel the bones, the quality of the skin, the temperature, and see if you can move the skin around, maybe get a little deeper, massaging the soft tissues that overlie the bony tissues, and kind of noticing those different qualities and features of the body. And when you massage around your ankle and you're working on your lower leg, again, we squeeze these muscles to the bones with our hands. We hold them and give them a gentle twist around the two bones of the leg there. And eventually, when you're ready, we're going to sweep the entire limb from the toes up past the ankle, lower leg, knee, upper leg, and hip joint in these broad swaths of movement. So we're using both hands, flat surfaces of the hands and the fingers, to really press into the limb, into the anga, it's called in Sanskrit. And we just press against it. We're working the energy, the prana, the shakti, the chi. We're moving it in against the stream, so to speak, when we move it in this direction from the periphery to the proximal, to the close. So once you've done that, at least 3 times, the more the merrier, the better. But at least 3 times, then set that leg aside. Let yourself sit tall again, letting the breath take you to that nice tall place. Letting the breath flow smoothly and evenly. And you can appreciate the effects of the work you've done so far. And feel the light in your body that comes with the breath. That prajñā. And now it's time to work on the other leg. So first we begin with the pummeling from the knee to the hip with our fists on the upper surfaces, the sides. You can even use your fists to access the hamstrings underneath from the back of the knee back towards your buttocks and the seat there. And at some point you switch and transition to a karate chopping movement, and you encourage yourself, sort of will yourself to move your hands as fast as you can, again on all the surfaces, even the hamstring area, using the upper edges of your hands, working from the distal to the proximal, so from your knee back to your hip joint, and then we finish with a smarting action, doing a little surprise, a little sparkle to the sensation. Really encourages the tissues to release and let go. And after you've done that, we concentrate on the knee, and I like to pick up the skin on the kneecap and kind of just move it around, really free it up. The sides, the edges of the knee joint. I like to move my fingers back and forth across the knee joint itself, and then in the area behind the knee joint, stroking from the calf onto the hamstring.